Hi, thank you for joining me today. My name is Sandra McKelvey, and I'm your Strategic Account Manager at Cengage Learning. Today I'm going to walk you through a few key things on our website to make things easier for you as an instructor. Please let me know if you have any questions.
So right here, I'm taking you to our Cengage.com website. And on our website, you can access your instructor resource site that I have set up for you. Unfortunately, you can't see my entire screen, so I'm going to have to keep moving the screen over. So I'm going to sign in here, and I'm going to log into a instructor. So right now, we've entered into your course, and I've added looking out, looking in onto your bookshelf. Basically, right here is where you can actually select what courses or books that you'd like to use to set up in your instructor resource site. You have access to all of our tools. And once you add it to your bookshelf, you would use the down button here, and you can pull up any of the books that you added to your bookshelf. So I'm going to show you really quick how easy it is to add something to your bookshelf. So I'm going to select the looking out, looking in again. And the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm going to show you what happens when you add one of these books. So right here you see this book and available resources. It is showing you that we have MindTap, we have a MindTap demo so you can kind of take a look at it, and we also have the Cengage Learning Testing powered by Cognera. And if I add these, all these different assets will be added to your bookshelf in addition to the Instructor Resource Center, and I'll take you there as well. So right here, if I scroll down, you will see that this is now added to your course, as well as the Instructor Resource Companion site. And I will take you to that page in a moment here. So I'm going to scroll up, and right here is our MindTap with Cengage. And MindTap is an online digital tool that you can use in your course for your students that has an interactive ebook that allows students to go through it. It can read to them, they can take notes, you can share notes as an instructor, you can add quizzes and things to the learning path. So let me go ahead and show you how quickly and easy it is to create this. So I'm going to create a new course. Now you can copy a course from another instructor, or you can copy one of your courses if you'd like. But obviously this hasn't been set up yet, so there is nothing to copy. So I'm going to log in here, and I'm going to name this test so that you know when you log in here that this was added. I'm going to put today's date, and I'm however long your class is, let's say it goes to April 30th, scroll down, a section number, I'm going to name it section A, and time zone, Eastern time zone here. Scroll down again, and all I'm going to do is create a course. And it's that simple. So right here, this is what you would provide to your students. When they click on this link, it will take them directly into your course. Right here, you can actually print instructions. So I'm going to click on this to show you this really quickly how this works. And as you can see, this shows what school it is and what instructor it is. And the students would just set up their Cengage Brain account. Now, I know some schools have their own LMS. Well, this can also be incorporated into your LMS, and students would only have to set up their course one time through Cengage Brain, and then they'd be able to access all your tools from your certain LMS. So I'm going to go back to the main instructor page here, and I'm going to take you into MindTap. So if I click on Test here, now I'm going to see if I can widen the screen a little bit because it's really not giving you a complete view, and it's not allowing me really to do that. So I'm going to scroll down, say that I understand all the terms and conditions here, accept it. So immediately when a student logs in, it's going to take him through the textbook here, and it's going to tell him kind of how to navigate through the site. Now, if this is incorporated or integrated into your course, they probably wouldn't access it quite like that. You can have them link directly to your assignments. So right here basically is your learning path. How it works is each learning path, it starts from a very general perspective and it narrows down to very specific things for your course that you want your students to understand within the chapters. So this can be changed. Anything here can be changed by chapter. You can set your course up by weeks, by modules, by dates. You can remove a chapter. So if I didn't want students to see this particular chapter, I would hide it right here, and then when the students log in, they would not have access to that. I can change how you set up your course. So if you want chapter 2 ahead of chapter 1, you can do that as well. So I'm going to click on chapter 2 and see how this works. So basically it starts out, like I said, with a very general perspective. It narrows down here. It's going to go over the chapters. Here's an introduction to some activities. Here's the chapter and also a quiz right here. So it really takes it down to what do they need to know for the course, the objectives. It takes you down to an activities to understand the key concepts. It has your reading assignments. Here's a reflection activity and a quiz. Do they understand the material? So I'm going to take you through a few activities. So right here, again, chapter objectives. Chapter 11 takes you through getting started with improving communication climates. So I'm going to click on here so you can kind of see what that might look like. And basically it's having a little voting exercise so that you can see how your class votes for a particular topic here. So I'm going to close this out. The next thing is improving communications, chapter 11. So in the ebook, I can take you down. Let's say you want to start whatever you want in the chapter. I'm going to go on how communication climates develop. And what you're not seeing over here is I have the ability to change the fonts. So if I want it really large and easy to read, I can do that. The student can highlight this and bookmark this particular page. A student can also have the book read to them. And I'm going to click on this as well.
How communication climates develop. As soon as two
So right here you can see where I've highlighted, and I've also added a note. So let's scroll down, and here's where students can actually, or instructors can share notes with their students. See over here where I actually put a note. I will be able to access this information in my notes section. So I'm done with this. So another great feature is any word on this page, it can actually read to you. So if I want to read this text.
voice.
And so that's really good for students when English is a second language, or any student that just wants to know how to pronounce a word. So not only that, I can also look it up in the dictionary. So if I didn't know what the word is, it's right there. So everything is pretty much at your fingertips. So I'm going to close this out really quick, take you through. Here's another homework assignment that your students can do. Start activity, and this is kind of an interactive video type assignment. And it's loading here.
I need to talk to you, Melissa. I just had a terrible scare right now. I was backing out of the driveway, and Angela wandered right behind my car. Thank God I saw her, but she is so small, I could have easily have missed her. I can't even imagine what might have happened if I hadn't seen her. I know how hard it is to keep your eyes on little kids, but I really hope that unless you're watching her, you keep Angela inside. I just checked my Facebook account and saw that you tagged me in the photos from the party last weekend.
So basically it's showing you little videos, and you're able to answer the question, how would you answer the question? It has a specific questions, and the students would answer there. They can also view the transcript of that. So basically, and then down here, here's another video activity. And again, they can apply the key concepts and a quiz. So that's pretty much the MindTap that I wanted to walk you through. One other real quick thing that I wanted to show you is the engagement tracker and the gradebook. So all your gradebook, obviously I don't have any students in this class, but the gradebook is downloadable and it can be used within your LMS so that you can post your grades. So right here, an engagement tracker will show you how your students are doing in their class, notes put in the class, there's analytics. It will show you the engagement of your students in your class. So I'm going to scroll down here. How many logins, what's the percentage, activities accessed. You can do that on a class average or per student average so you can know what they're doing and what they need help with. Another key concept, so again, it gives you the overall grade book with the class averages up here. Let me just scroll up here so you can see that, and it'll have categories and you're able to manage your different courses. Now, why is this good? For a number of reasons. It really helps your workload with all your assignments, and it's downloadable, but you can also figure out for accreditation purposes how much time students are spending in class, how much time they're reading, and what assignments they're actually doing. So this is a really great tool to use. And real quick, so that I can show you the student. So real quick, I'm going to show you the students' notes section. Another great feature of MindTap. So right here, if I wanted, as a student, to create a note, I can create it by whatever unit or section. And if you remember correctly, I shared a note, as my shared notes would be you as the instructor, or highlighted notes. And I can select key turns, flashcards, anything on here that I want to create. So anything that I've created, I can actually add this. So now I've created my own study guide that I can print out that I can use, and I can delete that if I don't like it. I also have access to any notes and highlights that I made. So here you can see that I made highlights, and if I wanted to, I can actually print this out, and I can take me actually to the actual textbook where I actually created these notes. So that's a real quick on using MindTap. What I want to show you now, since your course is not using this MindTap, I'm going to show you the instructor companion site. So if you remember, number one, that we downloaded the testing tool of Cognero. So I'll click on that really quick. Cognero, basically, you can create some tests here. Here's the test banks. Now, I'm not going to take you through the whole thing, but you can see, getting started with Cognero, it's going to give you a really good synopsis of how to use it. So you can actually create your test here by chapters, kind of review the different questions, what chapters here, and you can create your test, and it will take you to My Test. And there is an option that you can upload this to your LMS. Again, go through your getting started with Cognero, and it will help you kind of get through that. So it has here, it has an XML file that can be imported. So I'm going to take you back to your instructor resource site, and here's your instructor companion site for your textbook. So there's a manual, there's PowerPoint, and there's student activities. So if I click on the student activities, these are all zip files. It's going to ask you to authenticate yourself and agree to the terms and conditions. And now you have access. You can download this, and this can be used in your LMS as well. So you have access to all of our tools. So I'm going to take you back to our instructor resource page, and here you go. So again, if you want to review anything on our site, you can just go here, add any products or general terms, ISBNs, and you can add it to your bookshelf. And then when you want to access it, you click on the down button and you can access your tools. Remember, if you do create a MindTap, you go to Manage Courses. You'd have to pull up a MindTap to manage courses. You just click on here and it will take you to your actual course. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to set up a one-on-one call. So go ahead and send me an email. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.